Cabinda's right in the middle of that. Good football play all the way around.
Third down. Quick toss, and then the flip to Barkley. Barkley with a little trickery into the air, and Barkley down to the 1.
This is Unrivaled, the Penn State football story presented by Pepsi.
They're supersonic fighters, max speed, probably 1.8 Mach, so very fast.
I had a chance to be a student here and watch flyovers.
It's once in a career type thing to be able to do. I've been coming up to Penn State games for a long time, but it's special to be able to be part of the actual endeavor itself.
It's a great honor. Penn State gave me just a lot of memories that I'll never forget, and having the chance to participate, support the school, and support the community is awesome.
And now we would like to welcome our Grand Marshal for Homecoming 2017, John Urschel.
My name is Matt Stoudnauer, class of 2001 at Penn State. I'd like to welcome you to ride along with us on our journey to Penn State this homecoming weekend.
It's homecoming, Military Appreciation Day, so we have a little festival going on behind us. This is a tailgate that we do every week. We kind of call it 7 Christmas mornings in the fall. We probably host 150 to 200 people a week for every home game. We've been doing this together since 2012.
And we actually met right here in this spot.
Yeah.
We were neighbors and we hit it off and all of a sudden faced our motorhomes to each other and threw a big party in the middle. Starting the year after, we started going into the tailgate competition, and we are now the 4-time reigning champs.
The atmosphere, it's the people, it's the camaraderie, just bringing family and friends together. We meet new people each week that come and be a part of our family, so it's really the atmosphere. And then the food.
I got a little shrimp sorley omelet and gridiron waffles and a big old whoopie pot.
Omelets go in here. The omelets have a shrimp and artichoke and sun-dried tomato salad inside them. We have waffles that we get from Vermont, from special places, the ones they sell on the ski mountains, has pearl sugar in it. And we got back inside some pulled pork. We put the pulled pork on the waffle. Unbelievable, unbelievable. What we say around here is none of us are related, but we are family.
We are!
Penn State!
We are!
Penn State!
Thank you!
Come on!
It's Becky's 18th birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
What's up, Tony? What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Make sure when we walk off that field today, when tomorrow morning, when we reflect on what we did today, that we're proud. Okay, here's the deal. You don't put leashes on lions.
No.
You can't put leashes on lions.
Oh.
So today, we unleash it. Woo! All the passion, all the work, all the time in the weight room, all the time in the film room, all the time on the practice field, today it gets unleashed.
A special moment for the coin toss at midfield as today's honorary captain is Colonel James Harding. Lettered with Rip Engel in 1955 on the football team and a true American hero, one of the great decorated military leaders and pilots of our time. Air Force Cross, Silver Star, Legion of Merit, Distinguished Flying Cross, Bronze Star, Purple Heart, and a Penn State football letterman, Colonel James Harding.
This is Unrivaled, the Penn State football story presented by Pepsi.
Military Appreciation Day, a great flyover by F-18 as Penn State's back home to take on Rutgers. And this game underway, high and short. It hits the 15, it's loose on the field. They I say Rutgers recovered. Rutgers has recovered the opening kickoff.
What a break for Rutgers to start this ball game.
Put down, kick is up.
Hart's field goal is good.
And Rutgers capitalizes on the turnover and gets a 3-0 lead.
Miles Sanders gets to the edge, and Miles Sanders with a first down and more, tiptoeing down the sideline.
25-yard attempt. Wade snaps there, put down. The kick is up, and the kick by Hart is good. And Rutgers leads 6-0, but it's still a one-score game.
McSorley over the middle, Gesicki open, and there's a first down. McSorley throws it down the sideline. Excellent play all the way around. Deshaun Hamilton with the catch.
McSorley will keep it. 20, 15. McSorley to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown! Penn State, the Nittany Lions on a 65-yard drive.
This is where you want that defense to get that 3 and out.
They'll give it straight up the middle, and they'll pound it out to the 10, and that's it.
It's Martin again. Martin met in the hole and driven back by Marcus Allen.
That was helmet-to-helmet football there. Jackson, another big third down player, because Penn State right now, this is field position right here. Back he goes. Throws over the middle, diving and incomplete. And Penn State should end up with fabulous field position out of this.
McSorley, quick toss, quick catch, and a first down. Jawan Johnson all the way out to midfield. McSorley on the run. Throws it short, nice grab, and a first down. Jawan Johnson. Play action again. McSorley to the air. McSorley to the end zone. Touchdown, Deshaun Hamilton. Hamilton in the slot has made a lot of yards and a lot of big plays.
A well-executed drive by Penn State. The Nittany Lions lead it 14-6 at the break.
We got tee off right here. Tee off on him. Ain't got no turnovers yet, man. And then special teams got opportunities for big plays. Just got to finish it. Every one of us, one play at a time, at our standard, will like the results. Let's go, brother.
Tyler Davis set to kick off. High end overran, and Grant will return it. Fumble the football. He fumbled the football. Penn State's got the football. Talk about a turnaround. Drills it, caught Johnson, and down to the 38 and a first down.
Here's Saquon Barkley. Barkley, nice little spin. Barkley breaking tackles. Barkley picks his way forward.
This is all Barkley. So there's a free man. He makes him miss. Another free man. Another free man makes him miss.
Quick toss, then the flip to Barkley. Barkley with a little trickery.
The hook and ladder play, and a first and goal for the Nittany Lions.
He will just jump over everybody.
Barkley again, this time in for the touchdown. Good block by Gonzalez. He takes his man and runs him all the way to the outside. Barkley comes off that block, off left tackle, and almost untouched for the touchdown.
Barkley walks into the end zone and caps the drive. Saquon Barkley with his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Gross Matos, the freshman there with the sack.
They give the ball to Martin, and Apke's right there with Cam Brown to wrap him up for no gain.
Penn State defense has really stiffened. DeAndre Tompkins awaiting the Ryan Anderson punt. And it's a fake run by the tight end, and he's going nowhere.
And he crushed it. Kabinda read that thing perfectly. He shot the gap.
Penn State read it perfectly. Jason Kabinda right there to make the play.
You can't assume help on the rub on the backside. You guys know what I'm saying? You guys can't assume that, all right? But if it's tight enough, you make the decision, all right?
McSorley on the keep, and McSorley finds running room.
McSorley takes it, wants to throw, but he goes underneath to Johnson, and a first down for Penn State.
So strong, dragging tacklers, including Damon Hayes. And on 2nd and 1, Barkley to keep. Barkley into the end zone. Barkley with a touchdown.
To Barkley. Barkley breaks a tackle to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. 28 unanswered points by Penn State, and the Nittany Lions are rolling.
Sorley, lots of time to the air. The catch made down to the 17-yard line goes Brandon Polk.
Did a nice job with this offensive line because there was no pressure whatsoever.
Nick Sorley, wide open to Gesicki. He'll walk in for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Penn State, and the Nittany Lions. Game, set, and match. Rutgers scored the first 6. Penn State the next 35. The Nittany Lions are 8-2.
As Penn State gets the victory, James Franklin told us the goal again was 1-0.
Very good win. Great to be back at home. Great dub on all 3 phases. Should be very, very proud of yourself. It always starts with I love you. Always ends with
The Bahamas. Great hotels, great beaches, great restaurants. And for Penn State basketball, a great spot for a foreign tour and to bond as a team.
Atlantis is unbelievable. So much to do there. A mini great adventure. Getting down there, giving them a day off here and there to really bond and connect and hang out and kind of get to see what their interests are outside of basketball. I think that's why this group is very connected.
Sophomore point guard Tony Carr watched the team come together on and off the court.
The first time that we were really, freshmen were part of the team. So we kind of got to know Jamari, Trent, and John a lot, and we just went out, ate dinner a ton.
Sophomore forward Lamar Stevens felt the bonding has made a difference in this year's team.
Just getting that extra time to play together and really build our chemistry really benefited us coming into the preseason.
On the court, Patrick Chambers' team won both games, but the first one went double overtime and showed him something special.
When we played that first game, we're talking 28 to 40-year-olds, grown men, big, strong, smart, and for us to battle back like that and not put our heads down. We had phenomenal huddles. Leadership was at an all-time high.
Lamar Stevens felt this trip and the practices gave Penn State a critical head start to this season.
From the first practice, we were already in mid-stride. We already knew what to do.
Patrick Chambers could see the difference in his team in the preseason and in the early stages of this season.
The sooner we could get away from last year, the better. That bad taste we all had in our mouth, that bad taste went away real quick with those foreign tour practices and going to the Bahamas.
The Bahamas, vacation spot, and for Penn State basketball, a critical moment that will help shape this season.
It showed me a lot of what I should expect and what Penn Staters should expect going into this season.
This is Unrivaled, the Penn State football story presented by Pepsi.
These are like our babies here, especially on game day. You know, we scrub them down real good, sweep them out, mop them, make sure the windows are all shining, wheels are shining. So yeah, it's a lot of pride goes into it, yeah. Basic blues, baby. These are old school.
This is the way we've been doing it for years. I mean, it's just your basic blues and your black shoes, you know? I mean, it's kind of like the old Bluebird buses here. I mean, it's tradition, and you know, you don't need a motor coach to go to a game because these guys are psyched up enough that they just come to play and they really, really enjoy riding the buses. I've grown up a Penn State fan my whole life. My father was an usher up here, and I can remember back in the 80s doing yard work, having to listen to it on the radio because they didn't have them on TV at that time. I bleed blue and white. I've always been a Penn State fan, so for me, the opportunity to be involved with something like this is just amazing.
I've been driving for the team probably a total about 12 years, but for about the last 6 years, I've been doing it every game. Probably one of the most exciting and best things I do up here at Penn State. The biggest things, the fans come out and meet you when they're coming down the road in a police escort, and they're beating on the sides of the buses, yelling and screaming.
The blue buses actually started in the 1960s as a necessity. It didn't become a tradition like it is today until many years later, decades later. The big crowds didn't start until 201 with the expansion of 201. And then the buses dropped right off here where the tunnel is. Once the tunnel was put in and the new locker room was established, that's when the tradition of the fans greeting the buses actually started.
Just the support that they show when they see the police car coming with, with its lights on, then you see the blue buses coming behind it. I mean, you have greatness on these buses, and they're here for one thing, and that's to win. I mean,
that drive-in sets the tone for the game, and you can tell by the crowd out there in that parking lot what kind of day it's going to be in the stadium.
The whole ride, driving through the fields, driving through the tailgating areas, seeing kids run up to the fence, with their football, having a catch with their dad. To me, that's what fall Saturdays in Happy Valley are all about. And then you pull up to the stadium and somewhere around 15,000 fans waiting to greet you. So it's something that I think really kind of sets the tone for us on game day and allows our players to be able to give their mom or their dad or their brother or sister a hug or a kiss before we go into the games.
Anytime we get on those blue buses, it really just lets me know that it's game time. Everybody's serious, everybody's listening to the music, and everybody's getting locked in.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite part of game day. It's really special because you can see how much people love Penn State football, and just those blue buses make it special for them as well because they know what's the history behind those blue buses. And for me to be a part of that, sitting in those seats like the past players have done, is really special.
It's what Penn State is. Really embodies the tradition. I mean, it's old, but it's what we do, and it's Penn State through and through.
Unrivaled, the Penn State football story presented by Pepsi, is brought to you in part by the Penn Stater Hotel and the Nittany Lion Inn, making superior accommodations and fine dining a Penn State tradition. Visit PennStateHotels.com for reservations. Unrivaled, the Penn State football story is brought to you by Pepsi. Grab a Pepsi and some friends and get in the game. Pepsi, proud partner of the Penn State Nittany Lions. Also brought to you in part by PSECU. Since 1934, PSECU has given Pennsylvanians financial opportunities to live a better life. At PSECU, we are proud of who we are and committed to who we serve because our Pennsylvania roots run deep. We are banking on a difference.
This week on campus in Penn State Athletics, the Nittany Lion men's basketball team completes a 4-game opening homestand as they take on Columbia Friday night in the Jordan Center, tipping off at 7 o'clock. And the Lady Lion basketball team is back in the Jordan Center on Monday night. They will take on Central Connecticut State at the BJC. Tip-off for that game is set for 6 o'clock. And that's this week on campus in Penn State Athletics.
Good afternoon and welcome to this week's Penn State football press conference.
Getting ready for Nebraska and Mike Riley. I think when I think Nebraska, I think growing up, I look at Nebraska in a lot of ways, and a lot of similarities to Penn State. Tremendous history, tremendous tradition and pride. Excited about being back in Beaver Stadium again. Stripe out game, senior day. Obviously these seniors couldn't be more proud of those guys. They've seen it all here in their Penn State career and have done wonderful things on the football field. But I'm very confident in the type of men that that they're going to be leaving our university and how they're prepared for life.
Really trying to reflect on how much of an opportunity I've been given here and what a great platform it is and all the great people I've got to meet. Ultimately this fan base that we have here is incredible. One more chance to enjoy it as a player and I'm looking forward to it, gonna make the most out of it.
This is gonna be a game filled with, a bunch of emotions, obviously. The last game ever playing in Beaver Stadium. Thinking back over my last 4 years here, I could have never imagined, that the team that I was playing on and the guys that, I was playing with could have ever, made the memories that we've made here and, all the experiences that we've had. It's been unbelievable. It's going to be something I'm going to cherish for a long time. So I'm excited for Saturday. Obviously don't want it to come too fast because I know once it starts, man, it's going to end here pretty quick.
Listen, tremendous opportunity for us this week to have great singleness of purpose. We're focused on Nebraska only, and go 1-0 this week. All right, great way to send our seniors off in their last game at Beaver Stadium. All right, undefeated at home for 2 years in a row, 19-5 the last 2 years. Big Ten championship ring on the finger. All right, and more to come this year. So let's focus on 1-0 and the things it's going to take to be successful. We're going to have success on Saturday. It's through three things: preparation, effort, and execution. Right, one play at a time during practice at a championship standard to earn the right and take the field where we're not thinking, we're reacting. We don't get Tuesday back, so let's make sure we're making the investment and earning the right so we take the field with confidence on Saturday, all right, to go 1-0 this week, which is the most important thing.
Saturday's Senior Day game versus Nebraska is presented by EQT Corporation. At EQT, it's more than business. We live here and we support Pennsylvania communities every day. We are good neighbors.